So one massively overused concept in Dragon Ball in the community is this concept of headcanon, or some part of the story being fanfiction-y. Just take a look at Cell. This is a character that is an amalgamation of all of the Z fighters, including Goku. Total fanfiction concept, if I've ever heard one. But it's considered one of the best arcs in Dragon Ball history. If you compare that to Goku Black, you might as well be complaining that it's not fanfiction-y enough for a Dragon Ball arc.
Well, it's not like Goku Black is a clone or an android or a robot copy or anything. He's literally Goku with someone else's mind in his body. I mean, how fanfiction-y is it that there's some villain that could just swap bodies with the main hero of the story? And at this point, I think it's just unfair to call anything fanfiction-y out of Dragon Ball Super. I mean, they can't go any farther than Dragon Ball Z already has.
And as far as I'm concerned, headcanon is a completely valid topic to throw out there in serious conversation at this point, because anything could happen, folks.
And speculating about it is half the fun of Dragon Ball.
And even if it is true that Toriyama directly pulled from fanfiction to make Super, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's quite a tip of the hat, I would say. I think the real issue is people who grew up watching Dragon Ball and had a child's perspective and a child's mind when they assimilated that information they've taken another look with an adult, rational mind, hopefully, and realized that it's logically inconsistent, it's campy and comedic, it's lowbrow and trashy, and it could be a struggle to love something for what it is instead of an idealized version you might have had of it in your head. Now, that's just my opinion.
And when it comes to headcanon, that's all it is, an opinion. Once you say someone can't have an opinion about something, especially something they love or enjoy, it turns into an argument. And that's no good for anyone.
Now, there is a time and place. I mean, I'm not saying that we should validate all bullshit all the time. I'm really just saying that it shouldn't be seen as a negative.
It shouldn't be dismissed because it's someone's headcanon. What if it's a really cool idea?
Yeah, when somebody studies a Bible verse, for instance, every set of eyes that reads that verse is going to interpret it slightly differently in their head. And there's actually been studies like witness testimony is not actually reliable and your memories are a lie. So, even following the strict rules of what would be canon and not canon, whatever those may be for you, you're still working off of very biased information. It's very easy to fall into the trap of being right as the goal instead of realizing the importance of both the subjective and the objective, like you would when you're looking at a piece of art. There's a certain level of craftsmanship, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears that went into something, and that should be respected. And then there's the emotional response that it produces in you, that it invokes in you, or the creative inspiration it might give you. Art can be understood on many different levels and appreciated and analyzed on many different levels. You just got to be careful what level should be applied when.